A very good morning, everyone. This is Sanjesh, your morning host. Let's look at the morning market news with Market Pulse by Tradia. The top story for today is Cyclone Tokte hits through coastal Kerala, Karnataka, and Goa. Maharashtra and Gujarat on alert. The Indian Meteorological Department has warned that Cyclone Tokte is expected to intensify into a very severe cyclonic storm. The weather departments also said that the cyclone is likely to pass close to Mumbai and may cause heavy rainfall in the city. It will also cross Gujarat coast by May 18. Considering the warning, the BMC has shifted more than 500 COVID 19 patients to state and civic run hospitals in Mumbai. As a precautionary measure, the BMC is also contemplating shutting down the Bandra Worli sea link. Now let's have a look at the other breaking news. First, the world news. CDC recommends US schools continue to use masks. The CDC, in its latest guidance, said that all kindergarten through grade 12 schools should implement layer prevention strategies and prioritize universal and correct use of masks and physical distancing. Saudi Arabia lifts quarantine requirement for COVID vaccinated visitors. They said on Sunday that foreign visitors arriving by air from most countries will no longer need to quarantine if they have been vaccinated against COVID 19. UK to speed up vaccination warns Indian variant may delay full reopening. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said on Friday Britain would accelerate its COVID 19 vaccination program to try to contain a fast spreading variant first identified in India that could knock a reopening of the economy off track. Israeli airstrikes on Gaza City flattened three buildings and killed at least 23 people on Sunday, making it the deadliest single attack since heavy fighting broke out between Israel and the territory's Hamas ruler near a week ago. US says ready to help Israel Palestinians if they seek a ceasefire. The United States told the United Nations Security Council on Sunday that it has made clear to Israel, the Palestinians, and others that it is ready to offer support should the parties seek a ceasefire to end the worsening violence between Israel and Palestinian militants in Gaza. China, April aluminium and crude steel output at record monthly high. Now let's look at the domestic news. West Bengal, complete lockdown from May 16 to May 30. West Bengal on Friday registered its highest single day spike of 20,846 fresh COVID 19 cases, taking the tally to 10,94,802, the health department said in its bulletins. Delhi lockdown extended by one more week, now till 5 a.m. on 24th May, says CM Arvind Kejriwal. Even though Delhi has been seeing a steady decline, CM Arvind Kejriwal said don't want to lose the gain made in the last few days. Punjab lockdown restrictions extended till May 31st, says CM Amrinder Singh. The curbs were earlier set to expire on May 17th, but has been extended by 2 weeks as the state continues to report a high test positivity rate. GST Council to meet on May 28th, compensation shortfall on agenda. Several states had urged the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to convene a GST Council meeting at the earliest to rework compensation shortfall and borrowing requirement and provide tax relief on COVID 19 related goods. All the passengers boarding flights from India need to carry negative RT-PCR report with a QR code linking to the original report. However, to clarify this, the rule is only for the passengers who are required to carry a negative RT-PCR report as per the guidelines and requirements issued by the destination country. The new requirement has been mandated as a significant number of false or forged negative reports were being furnished by passengers traveling out of India. Bata India appoints ex-Britannia COO Gunjan Shah as CEO. Shah will take over Sandeep Kataria, who was elevated as the global CEO of Bata Brands in November last year. He will join Bata in June 2021. Adani Green said in advanced talks for SoftBank backed SB Energy. This deal could value SB Energy, owned by SoftBank Group Corporation and Bharti Enterprises Limited, at more than $650 million. Zydus Cadila to produce 5 crore COVID vaccine doses by year end, to announce partnerships soon. At present, its COVID-19 vaccine candidate in the phase 3 clinical trial in India. Zydus Cadila was the second Indian company to receive an approval to start vaccine trial in the country. ITAT rule in favor of Hero Motocorp in an intergroup transfer pricing case. The instant ruling clarifies that when non-eligible units procured goods at market price from third-party vendors and supplied the same to the eligible unit at the same purchase price as increased by applicable freight cost, no further substitution of such price is warranted in terms of Section 80IA, and the transaction was a genuine business transaction born out of commercial expediency. Hester in talks with Bharat Biotech for production of Covaxin via technology transfer. Hester Biosciences on Sunday said it has tied up with the Gujarat government to explore production of COVID-19 vaccine through technology transfer from Bharat Biotech. The Ahmedabad-based firm said it has already initiated the discussions with Bharat Biotech in this regard. Camlin Fine Sciences board approved strategic investment to buy 69.33% stake in Algal IR Nutrafarms. Apollo Hospitals tied up with Dr. Reddy's to distribute Sputnik V vaccine. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, which has received approval from the Indian drug regulator for restricted emergency use of COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik V. Devyani International, the largest franchisee of Pizza Hut, KFC, and Costa Coffee, has said its DRHP with SEBI to raise around rupees 1,400 crores via IPO. The IPO consists of fresh issue of equity shares worth rupees 400 crores rupees and an offer of sale of up to 12.5 crore equity shares by promoter and existing shareholders. Power Grid Corporation raises 2,736 crore through INV IT OFS. State-run Power Grid Corporation of India on Friday said it has received rupees 2,736.02 crore through sale of 27.41 crore units in the Power Grid Infrastructure Investment Trust offer for sale. Zensa to acquire US-based digital engineering from firm M3BI for 30 million. Zensa Technologies Limited will acquire the entire share capital of M3BI Private Limited, and its wholly owned subsidiary, Zenser Technologies, will acquire the entire share capital of M3BI LLC. This acquisition will be completely funded by the internal accruals. Hero Motocorp all set to enter the electric segment next year. The country's leading two-wheeler maker, Hero Motocorp, is looking to launch an electric model next year, and the mark is its entry into the segment. Now then, let's look at the world markets. SGX Nifty is down by 0.27%. Kospi is down by 0.18%. Hang Seng is up by 0.56 percentage points. Nikkei 225 is down by 0.63 percentage points. S&P 500 is up by 1.49 percentage points. Nasdaq is up by 2.32 percentage points. Gold has seen an increase of 0.7% and is now at 1,850.95, while USD to INR ratio is decreased by 0.01% and is now at 73.25. Now let's look at the data releases. The industrial production year over year, which was previously readed at 14.1%, is currently forecasted at 9.8. The WPI inflation in India was previously readed at 7.39%, is now forecasted at 9.05%. The WPI fuel year over year, which was previously reading at 10.25%, WPI food year over year April was previously readed at 3.24%. The WPI manufacturing inflation has a previous reading of 7.34%. The Q1 earning releases are Bharti Airtel Limited, Colgate Palm Olive Limited, Federal Bank Limited, Gland Pharma Limited, and Wapco India Limited. Now to look at the market from the technical viewpoint, I would like to call Amit from the technical desk. Amit, please.
Hi, Tanishq. So let's look at the markets first now. So if you look at the Sensex against our, contrary to what we had expected, the Sensex actually bounced back up on the up, and we are seeing some upside now because of this fact that the Ichimoku cloud is a green cloud. So we should see some further upside moves, and we should see the Sensex reach the midpoint of the channel. Which would be a pretty positive move for the Sensex. The Sensex is now taking decent support from the channel support, which is somewhere around 48,500 levels. We have bounced back from those levels, and now on the upside, 49,500 levels should be the next resistance that we should see. Apart from the Ichimoku cloud support resistance that we're seeing at around 48,878, although that is not a very big resistance in terms of strength that particular level has. Let's now look at Nifty, and Nifty also has seen some decent support from that level that we had expected it would break out from. On the upside, we now expect the Nifty to reach up till 14,800 levels. Whether it can go beyond that is something which still needs to be seen. It could possibly go beyond that, shifting this entire move that we're seeing. The pennant or the triangle pattern that we are seeing. So we should see the Nifty somewhere around this level, closing somewhere around this level, and that should be a decent indicator of an upside move. Even the MACD has been showing some bullishness, some oversold levels. We can see that the overbought position has already happened. Beg your pardon, the oversold position has already happened. We are seeing crossover in the MACD, and on the upside, it indicates that the market might actually go up from here. Let's now look at Bank Nifty, and we see that the Bank Nifty has actually broken down the previous channel that we had. We might be in the move to see a new channel come up very soon. So we'd be on the lookout for this new channel. As of now, we don't have any major trades. The MACD, however, predicts some bullish action in the Bank Nifty for today. However, we are not sure whether this could be the case. The crossover has definitely happened. Let's now look at Nifty IT, and Nifty IT again has taken support at the trend line that we had expected. So it's currently around 25,650. The trend line itself was showing a support around 25,440 levels. This should go up till somewhere around 25,900, rather 26,000 levels. So that should be a very decent resistance level to look out for in the near run. Let's now look at Nifty Auto, and Nifty Auto again is within the cloud. This particular situation indicates that we might see some bearish action because even the MACD is predicting the same. Once you cut the cloud, the top line of the cloud, it's almost necessary that this would end somewhere close to the bottom line of the cloud. So we should see some support around 9,700 levels. If those levels do reach, it seems like a very good buy because the Nifty Auto Index has been making higher highs. So it seems like a good buy to enter from, and with a stop loss, with a very strict stop loss around 9,500 levels. Let's not go at Sensex Pharma, which is Nifty Pharma. Nifty Pharma has a trend line, and very soon we might reach the trend line too. The trend line somewhere around 13,750 levels. This should be a very good level to buy as well, because again, with the Nifty Pharma, we are seeing higher highs. it should be a very decent level, and we might see a new all-time high after this level has been supported. Let's now look at CNX FinServe. And while we look at this, it seems like CNX FinServe has been going on the downside. The MACD, however, predicts that it is already in the oversold region. We have a very decent crossover happening in the MACD. The blue line has already crossed the red line. So we might see some upside move as well. So we are not sure whether this would sustain. However, as of now, the opening that we are seeing, the pre-market opening is slightly higher. It's somewhere around 0.78%, which is a pretty decent open. Let's now look at Nifty FMCG. Nifty FMCG again has seen a very beautiful support at the Ichimoku cloud. We now expect it to go right up to 35,400, which is the all-time high level. Currently, we are at a support level. However, this can easily be broken down. The pre-market is already showing at 35,050 levels, which is almost a gap up opening. Finally, let's look at Nifty Energy. And Nifty Energy, again, a gap up opening of 0.8%. So Sensex and Nifty and all the indices are showing an amazing open for today. So it might go right up till 18,900 levels, which is the channel mid level. This is where we expect the index to find some decent resistance. That's it from today. From my desk, Tanish, you can take over now.
Thank you so much, Amit, for your insights on the market. With this, we come to the end of the morning market news by Tradia. Everything here was for educational purposes only. We are not SEBI registered, so please do your own research before investing. With this, we sign off. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope to see all of